Hello Sycamore, hope you had a restful and enjoyable spring break. Welcome to this edition of Thursday Video Announcements brought to you by your very own Aves News Network. I'm Dustin Raven.
And I'm Drew Lawrence. Today is Thursday, April 5th, 2018. And today in history, back in the year 1614, Pocahontas married John Rolfe, a marriage that lasted about 3 years until Pocahontas' untimely death in 1670. Now, according to the history books, of course, Pocahontas was known reputably as the favorite daughter of the Algonquin chief Powhatan, and contributed significantly to the early survival of the Jamestown colony, as well as played a brief but dramatic role in English imperial propaganda. Wow, imagine that, huh? Crazy. You may be familiar with the first Pocahontas Disney movie that attempts to portray a version of her younger pre-John Rolfe life story, where she saves Captain John Smith's life in 1607 and befriends a fictional talking raccoon named Miko. It's pretty funny stuff.
Unbelievable.
Now, hey seniors, make sure to check and verify the honor diploma and the summer cum laude list located on the post-secondary windows. If you should have an academic honor seal on your diploma, please see your counselor ASAP. And if you have earned a whopping 3.6 GPA or higher for each quarter up to now, including your third quarter results, then you should be on the summer cum laude list 2017-2018. See Mrs. Anello for discrepancies.
Please help support our Sycamore Leaf next Tuesday evening, April 10th, between 4 to 8 p.m. Make dinner plans to eat with your family or friends at our local Chipotle, located at 11257 Reed Hartman Highway, Unit B. The Leaf gets 50% of the proceeds when you show the Sycamore High School Daily Announcements email flyer or show it to your smartphone, or tell the cashier that you're supporting the Leaf fundraising cause. See you there!
Attention sophomore students, Regional Youth Leadership is an 8-month leadership development opportunity for potentially 1 to 2 upcoming juniors starting in the fall. Wow, imagine that. The program will explore complex issues through interactions with leaders in the community. Applications need to be completed and turned into the Counseling Center no later than Friday, April 9th. That is coming up, so make sure you get them in. Contact Mr. Millette in the Post-Secondary Planning Center for an application.
Student Council wants you, yes you specifically.
Yep.
The informational meeting regarding elections is going on right now during your A-Spell in room 103, which is Mr. Boy's room. Remember to get a pass from your A-Spell teacher and get down there right away. You're going to be down there, right?
Oh, I'll be down there. I'll be down there. Do you have strength to be a wingman? Want to be a part of a dynamic squadron? Take a shot at being part of the Wingman Water Polo Camp. That's right, folks. Grades 7 to 9 starts next week on April 9th and runs through April 25th on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. No experience needed. You know, that sounds like a hoot, you know?
If I'm not in the pool, I'm not living.
Exactly. Sign up at www.avesathletics.com under camps or see Mr. Helwig in room 121.
Boys Water Polo Squadron 2018 briefing tomorrow, Friday, April 6th, during First Aviator Bell in room 121.
Relay for Life is quickly approaching on April 21st, 4 p.m. through April 22nd, 6 a.m. See the slideshow announcements in your email for details.
Apply to be on the Fashion Future Cure Committee for 2018-2019. Woo! Applications are due April 13, 2018. Go to room 256 to get an application.
Aves Theater is excited to present the musical Into the Woods April 13th, 14th, and 21st, as well as the 20th. Please note that a special Friday 20th edition will be a family-friendly show of Into the Woods Junior. All shows are set to begin at 7 p.m. at the Sycamore High School, and tickets can be purchased for $10 at www.avestheater.org or during lunch Wednesday through Friday, the weeks of the show. Tickets will be on sale the evenings of the show as well for a whopping $12, so get those $10 tickets, folks.
That's a good price.
It is.
Did you know that the state tests are coming out all next week, starting Monday, April 9th, and running all the way through Friday the 13th? Ooh, scary. Did you know that your state test scores can count towards graduation? And did you know that you need 18 out of 35 points on the 7 end-of-course state test to graduate? Up to 5 points can be earned on each test, and you need a minimum of 4 points in math, 4 points in English language arts, and 6 points split across science and social studies. See more air testing information and practice test taking sites outlined in your school daily announcements email.
Good afternoon, this is Mrs. Sanders, Assistant Principal at the high school. I just want to take a quick moment just to remind you how important the state air tests are next week. A couple reminders. All of your scores go towards your graduation. Just as a reminder, you need 18 points to graduate in all 7 tests combined. So we really want you to give your best effort because those points do go towards graduation. Another reminder is that this is a reflection of not only you, but our school, our teachers, and our community. And as you know, Sycamore Community Schools is a very, very high achieving school district. And we want to make sure that those scores reflect that. You've worked hard this year, your teachers have, and we want to make sure that the community sees how well you know your material. So overall, just remember these tests go towards your graduation requirement, and it's also a reflection of our community, and we want to make sure that we show that. So good luck and do your best. Thanks.
Where should I land? Oh, I know. I'm going to go to Loot Lake. I heard that there are tons of awesome study tools there. Cool, a Chromebook. Don't forget to bring your Chromebook on your testing days, and make sure it's charged. A common graphing calculator. It even complies with the air testing calculator rules. Yes, a check. Looks like I got my testing note card. This tells me where and when my tests are. I definitely don't want to lose this. There's also a healthy breakfast. Last but not least, a textbook. I can use this knowledge to outsmart the other testers. I'm going to eat my healthy breakfast now because it will keep me full and help you stay focused during your test. Good thing I found this cozy campfire lying around. Getting a full sleep the night before each of my tests is critical. Good night. Keep these tips in mind, because this is what happens if you don't. Just follow these tips, and then you can become the #1 tester royale and do amazing on your air test. Remember, your test scores count towards graduation.
This test is really testing your ability to be tough and to read well and to be problem solvers. So take your time and really read the question carefully. You probably understand what they're asking for. Make sure that your calculator is set to radians mode, and make sure that you draw a picture when you get confused.
I think the best way to prepare for the air test is to use some of the Quizlets online to help review some of the content, but then also just to think about the big picture concepts about industrialization or the Cold War and civil rights, and to try to figure out what are the basic ideas of each unit, so that when you see a question about industrialization on the test or civil rights or the Cold War, that you can just remember the basic ideas and eliminate the bad answers and choose the best answers.
Take as many practice question types as you can and use those to identify what you know and what you need more work on. And then once you figure out what your weaknesses are, we have activities to kind of what next activities help your understanding. But there's also skills in taking the test, and so the more questions that you practice, the more you develop those skills and identify what skills you need to work on. And then lastly, you have set 5 days of tests, so you better be eating well and sleeping well.
Thanks for watching the Aves News Network. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Drew.
Have a great day, and we'll see you after our week of air testing.
Yep, that's right, folks. Aves News Network will resume on Thursday, April 19th. You're going to have to go a little bit while without us, unfortunately. But we'll be back right after air testing.
As usual,
Stay classy, Sycamore.